No, I'm always just curious of getting in, and then from there, you mentioned you had the support. Did you have people that also doubted you,
Oh
or
yeah,
was it mostly people on the corners that supporting you along the way?
definitely not. I mean, like the thing is that that's always been my fuel. I've always had, I was bullied a lot growing up. And I think everybody is in their own way. And if you're
Sure.
the bully, then that's hard too. Growing up and realizing you're the bully is, I've seen that, and that's just the same difference. But
Yeah.
yeah, doubters are like my fuel. I love it. It's like I want I want there to be obstacles. If there's not obstacles, then I'm not gonna push hard enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely people doubted me. Definitely I doubted myself, even though I pretended like I didn't. Um, but that's a driving force. People have always doubted um, doubted anybody that had an idea outside of what their norm is. And the only people that I
Hmm.
look up to are people that live in that space, that the brave space, the space where like
Yeah.
you're scared, but that's what feels the feeling of fear at this point. In fact, I was scared to get on this. I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous about getting on this podcast. And I said, okay, great.
Yeah.
This is gonna be awesome because I'm scared. I'm nervous, which is
Yeah.
my sign of future success. Now, at this point,
Yeah.
I equate nervousness and fear with success and growth, And so I'm able to apply that while I'm scared. But I'll say that, sorry, I feel like need to backtrack. What were we talking about?
No, I no, I love it because there's been several examples of I think of that happening, right? Like, you know, when you were sharing the story of like driving to Cincinnati, right? Like there's something that you wanted to go after and obtain, and it took a lot of work, right? And dedication and time. And then, it's now like, hey, I'm in this gap period, and I'm doing real estate. I'm doing it 19 hours a day in order to speed up that process to get that done, right? And like that go getter mentality of that. And I think fear, right? Some people can utilize that as that driving force, to just
Mhm.
keep moving forward. Like I said, I joked, but for me, it was no one was paying my bills, and at the time, like looking back now, I would joke with my parents on holidays, because we drive up to my mom's for Thanksgiving or for Christmas or whatever. And I would say, hey, guys, like I have to work. I have to type up this contract, or I have to take this phone call, or I have to do this. And I would joke and be like, well, you guys aren't paying my mortgage. So this is how I do it. Right. Like, or you're not paying my rent. This is how I do it. Or you're not paying my phone bill, you know?
Right.
And now I look back and I'm like, man, like I probably could have put the phone down for 4 hours, or, I could have probably but back then that was just that thing of like, if I wasn't doing it, and I think a lot of agents have this anxiety of, if I'm not doing real estate 24/7, then I'm not going to be successful. And a lot of people use that as fuel, to spur their growth. And what year did you get licensed then?
To end of 2018. So October of
Okay.
2018, I think.
Okay.
Feels like
What
a lot longer. A lot longer.
walk me through the first couple years, because obviously, since 2018 the market has changed a ton. COVID happened, right? Like that
Mhm.
first year, 2018, 2019, what success out the gate, struggles, like what did you focus on?
Um, I think I was just so hungry. I've always been so hungry that, I would say I was successful, but I would say that I was the first person in the office and the last one to leave. So, um, it wasn't like instant success. I would say I got what I put into
Sure.
it, which is exactly why I switched careers. I wanted to get what I put in. The first year I did well. I was on a team, which was a great route to go. Now I have a team, so those correlate. But yeah, I was successful. I got a lot of online leads. I learned how to, you know, I learned the business. I was honestly, I came from such a hard job that required so much time and energy that real estate was like a vacation. That's crazy because it was still 20-hour days and I still had to be by my phone all the time. But it was like I was used to so much more. And I think that's very
Right.
rare to have that perspective. It's usually the other way around. People have to get used to it. I had to honestly pinch myself and say, like, oh, cool, I get to drive with my window down, like, on a Monday at 2, you know, like, even if I'm going to a showing, even if I'm on my phone and I'm doing 9 things at once, I'm still free. I feel free, you know? So I was
Yeah.
successful first year, but it just was never gonna be enough, for me not to be able to lead others. I thought I was done with that. I thought I just wanted to make money and
Yeah.
do my thing. And very quickly, I realized that that's not what brings me joy. Like, I need to lead others. I need to coach others. I need to help others fulfill their potential. That is what makes me be able to go to bed at night. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what fills my cup. And I only just started really realizing how much I need that. Like, that's
Yeah.
my that's my air, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And my passion, my mission is helping new people get started into this business because I got lucky. I had a mentor from day one of my career, been with them ever since. And I know that there are a lot of agents that don't have that, right? They don't have the mentorship. They don't have the person coaching them or the person that's showing them the path, of what it takes to be successful, or, you know, just simple as answering questions, or
Yeah.
hanging out on the weekends, and you're just breathing real estate, right?
Yeah.
So I found, about 3, 4, 5 years in, I like real estate as far as helping people buy and sell. That was the vehicle that provided me the lifestyle, but I love helping people get into this industry and finding their own success.
We're on the same exact page. I mean, that is my that is my that's just what makes me happy, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I love money. I
yeah,
love helping people. I love negotiating. I love problem solving, all the pieces of being I love math, which is super weird, but I love math. I love all these different things. I even like
yeah,
houses, like, as a whole. But what I really love is watching unlocking something in somebody and watching somebody succeed more than anybody, especially people that have been doubted and pigeonholed, and gotten to a place where they don't feel like their strengths are applicable in the real world. To me, there's so every single person has something, like you were saying about waiters. And, like, I mean, I recruit everywhere I go because I'm like, if you can get stiffed on a 8 top while getting the wrong
yeah,
orders, and that's not your fault, and getting yelled at while, resetting a table and nailing it and telling a good joke on your way into the dishwasher. So gives you preferential treatment. Like, you can sell houses, and it's
yeah.
not about selling, right? It's about people. And
Mhm.
so I like being able to unlock that and help elevate somebody's life. Each person that I get to do that for, or actually, like you said, it was a vehicle, right? It's not like I'm doing anything that except for allowing them the space to be as successful as they were always going to be and capable of. All I'm doing is opening a door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even showing them
Yep.
where the door is. They open the door themselves. But
You're
yeah,
I
so
mean, you're telling them it's okay, right? Hey,
right.
it's okay to be successful, right? And I'm curious for you, are you passionate about it because you came from that high intensity corporate background and it provided this lifestyle that you wanted to live?
I think I'm passionate about it because I experienced it in that environment. And then I realized that I was actually limited much more than, I could really help people change their lives.
Mhm.
Not just like teach them how to fit in to like a corporate structure and like
Mm.
what to say and when to say it, but like how to be yourself and win at the same
Mhm.
time. And I think like
Yeah.
that's something unique about real estate is like you can still be you. You can be 8 versions of you. And the only thing you have to adjust is like to your audience, right? And that's life. That's just
Yeah.
being successful in your daily life, I think, is requires
Yeah.
those skills. But I think, yeah, I mean, I think I worked so hard. I'm just such a hard worker. I still wake up at 3 now. And, I know that that's not like something really to brag about because the goal is to like work smarter, not harder, and all, I watch all the videos, I do read the books, like I know it's not good to brag about working as many hours as I do. I should work a lot less hours and make a lot more money. But I will say that like I'm not built like that. I have to like I wake up and I'm literally like I like fly up in the air and I'm like, how are we gonna change the world today? And like that's just how I'm wired. And so I just think really honestly, real estate's like the perfect industry for that, because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
always going,